9:11 here, Big 550 KTRS. We know that the Crimea has been in the news, and the Ukraine has been in the news, and we've gotten a lot of secondhand and third-hand stories about it. But it's not very often you get to talk to somebody who has been there, who knows it very well, and can sit and articulate it. So we are thrilled to have Justin Love here in studio. Justin Love, a St. Louis University graduate and a basketball player for the Billikens. Justin Love, thanks for joining us here on KTRS Radio.
Thanks for having me.
You graduated in 2000. We were just talking off the air, right?
Correct.
And you were a Lorenzo Romar guy and graduated in 2000. And not this is a basketball segment, but as David Salmon regaled us with, you ran the table in 2000, and that part of a great team that ended up going to the NCAA tournament.
Yep, I was a part of it.
After that, after you graduated and you moved on, how did you end up in the Ukraine?
Well, I played basketball professionally, so I've been to a lot of countries, and Germany, China, Latvia, and just so happened that for the last couple of years I've been playing in the Ukraine.
Explain to us professional basketball outside of America, because it sounds to me like it's very different. No,
it's very different. It's very third world. It's not the NBA, but it's a competitive basketball league in that country. It's the NBA of that country.
Right.
Yeah, so to speak.
And so you get to see the world on somebody else's dime.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a free vacation, but of course I want to do my job to the best of my ability, so that comes first.
But you do sort of get to see Europe, unlike somebody who's there for a week and a half.
Yeah, I see another side of Europe and different countries, and I'm very fortunate.
Yeah. How long have you been playing in the Ukraine?
I've been playing for the last 5 years in the Ukraine. Yeah.
Now, what kind of league is that? Where would you play? Where would you go?
Well, every city has a different team. There's 13 teams, and of course, it's 13 cities.
Right.
So I would travel, and according to your schedule, you would just play the teams in that city.
Not to find out how much money you make, but can you make any money doing this?
I guess a job is a job.
Right.
It's a good paying job, something that I love to do, and that's worth more than money.
Sure. Okay. All right. So if you spent 5 years in the Ukraine, it sounds like you've had a pretty good match with you and the team and you and the culture and everything else. It sounds like you've fell in love with the Ukraine. Is that safe to say?
I'm just a fan favorite, and of course, I don't like change. And if things are going well and people appreciate you, then there's no reason to go somewhere else. So that's sort of my situation in the Ukraine.
So you've safe to say you found a second home there, or at least
third, fourth, because originally I'm from San Francisco, so all I've been doing is traveling. So after a while, you get tired of traveling, tired of going to someplace else and getting acclimated to that country.
Right. So tell us, what should we know about the Ukraine?
In Ukraine, I guess the big thing in the world is about bullying in schools, social media, and that's basically what's going on between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine broke off from Russia maybe 40 years or so ago, and now Russia wants Ukraine back. So basically they're just bullying Ukraine into coming back, and with the president out, now it's up for grabs.
This really started to really heat up right at the end of the Olympics. When was the last time you were there?
I was there in April. By a matter of fact, April 23rd is when I came home. So I came home right before, I guess, the second stage of the problems going on in the country.
Did you get a sense that there was something that was amiss, that there was something coming, that there was something not right?
I think when I was in the Ukraine, everybody acted like nothing was going on. I guess if they don't see it, then you kind of feel like things are okay. So when I was there, I didn't really see a lot of problems. Of course, you know what's going on, and but you just sort of stay away from that situation and stay away from those areas.
The Ukraine is a democracy, though it's not in NATO, though they want to be more westernized. Tell us what it's life like in the Ukraine.
It's very third world, and I guess there's no middle class. Either you're very, very rich or you're poor. So everybody that is in power are the people with money. So regular, normal people in the country have no say, have no word. They just must abide by the rules of the people in power. And if the people in power are corrupt, then it's not such a good life, I should say.
What are the people like?
The people are good people. I mean, they smile, laugh. You do the same things that people do here, but there's no growth. I mean, there's no way for you to kind of make a living and be comfortable. So you just struggle. It's just a struggle.
If there's no middle class, how are they supporting basketball teams and having all this extra money for leisure time?
Well, the rich people are the ones who own the basketball teams. The clubs are owned by people that look at these teams as like a car. Like the sports owners in America have businesses and things of that nature, but the important people, the rich people, look at a sports team as just something to show or have something better than their friends, so to speak.
Are you told, hey, hold your tongue, watch your tongue, you're a guest in this country?
I don't have to be told to understand those rules. I've played long enough to know that you must know your place. Sometimes you're not considered a person but a machine. We give you such amount of money, X amount of dollars, and you must perform and, you must do your job. No matter if you have a hurt hamstring or, you don't feel so good that day or anything personal going on with you, you're a machine.
So unlike in this country where a athlete or a celebrity might use their status to talk about something that's near and dear to them, over there, that doesn't happen.
I don't think being in another country is a platform to kind of state how you feel. I hold my tongue until I come back to America, and then I can talk to people who can kind of relate to my ideas.
So what's your future? Are you going back? What's going on there?
I can't say that I'm going back to the Ukraine, but I still want to continue to play basketball, but I'm kind of open to different avenues, open to different jobs. So right now I know I'm at the end of my career and just seeing what happens.
Do you want to stay in basketball? Do you want to do something else with your life?
I don't like the way my season ended. You hate that your season ends on a war. I kind of want to go out winning a championship or something like that. So
did the season stop? Did they stop playing? What happened?
The season stopped, and I guess all the foreigners went home. And then I was lucky enough to go back and play in the playoffs, but it was a different team, and we ended up losing in the first round. So I don't want that to be kind of like the end of my career. I guess for St. Louis University, you win a championship, and it's something that is a part of your legacy. And I don't want my career to end on, like I said, war. I want to win something. So
basketball's taken you to a lot of places and taught you a lot of things, hasn't it?
I've grown up very fast.
Yeah. You've used basketball, unlike basketball using you.
Yeah. People just look at you as a basketball player, but for me, I think that I'm more than that. And I have my degree, and once people get to know me, then they think of me as more than just a basketball player.
Yeah. Playing in the Ukraine, playing in Europe, especially now, you watch this, you watch the news, I'm sure, every day for the latest nugget on what's going on over there. Are you in contact with any friends over there?
I have a lot of friends, and, they talk to me about what's going on. I'm still updated. And, of course, I'm concerned more than anything else because these are my friends. These are the people that, you see every day. And they're like your family. And if my family, here, if there was a tornado, I'm concerned about, my family here.
Right.
And it's just like how it is in Ukraine. I'm still in touch with people there, and I want them to be safe. I want them to be healthy. And I want the country to kind of get better also.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Are you married? Do you have kids?
Married, have 3 kids, and
does your wife go with you to the Ukraine?
She used to, but then we started having more kids. So then,
does she stay here in St. Louis?
We live in Troy, so
Troy.
We live on the other side of the river.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, she stays here. She's a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
And she does the heavy lifting at home, and I do the heavy lifting in different countries.
Has the State Department reached out to you at all? Has anybody called you and said, give us a sense of what you see or hear or feel? Or
No. I mean, I never even really thought about that. But, no, I haven't been contacted by anybody. But if they want to know, I will, tell my side of the story.
Justin Love with us, St. Louis University basketball player who's gone on to play in Europe. The last 5 years he spent playing in the Ukraine. What's the thing you miss about America when you're over there? What's the thing that you say, you know what, this is not the United States?
Two things, I guess. English, that's the most important thing.
Okay, fair enough.
And I guess the food. I think that your cuisine has to be, your taste palette is a little bit different than kind of the food that you get in Russia and in Ukraine. So those are the two things that I miss. And family, so I guess three.
How's your Russian?
It's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Give us a little sense of Russia for us.
I know you put me on the spot.
I know. Speak Russian. What do you want me to say? I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, you want me to say bad words? You want to say hi?
What is it? But I mean, that when you get off the plane, you have to hold your tongue. Whereas when you get off the plane here, you can say anything you want, and by golly, if you ruffle somebody's feathers, you can say something. You can say anything you want about the president, the governor, the mayor, me, the guy down the street, but you can't do that over there.
Yeah, I use this term as there are a lot of alpha males in Russia, and it doesn't matter. You can give them a look, or you can, I don't know, just being you. They could be offended by it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I try to be a nice guy. I try not to say anything. I try to speak unless I'm spoken to, that type of thing. And respect is big. So
you have to put up with quite a bit.
I do.
Play basketball over there.
I earn my money.
Yeah.
It's not just on the basketball court, but there's a lot of things that you have to deal with that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah. Is your teammates, are they all Americans? Are they Europeans? Are they?
You're allowed to have 5 foreigners, I guess. So I'm kind of like an import player. And on my team, we had 3 Americans and 1 guy from Latvia, which is considered another foreign player. So we've had 4. This past year, I had 4 foreigners on our team.
The Ukrainian people, do they like Americans?
I'm
not talking the owners and the rich people, but the people you come in contact with at the store and the gas station and
everybody wants to go to America. America is the country that freedom. And if you've been held down and you're struggling, it's the land of the free, home of the brave. So everybody's curious about the life in America, and they want to go. They want to go there.
So as bad as we complain, we have no idea how
we have it good here.
We have no idea how good we have it.
Yeah.
Justin Love with us, former St. Louis University basketball player, now plays for basketball in the Ukraine, or used to, waiting to see what happens. When are you going to know what happens?
Well, the off season right now is June, July, and then in August, normally you figure out where you're going to play. So right now I'm preparing to play next season, trying to stay in shape, and also looking into different avenues of maybe staying home and getting a normal 9 to 5.
Yeah. But do you want to stay in basketball some way?
I want to have at least one more year where I can finish the season,
right?
And possibly.
But what about coaching afterwards? Coaching, recruiting?
I thought about doing that, but I think I've traveled so much that if I stay at home and I get a job, I just want to have a low-maintenance job, just stay at home and be able to spend time with my family.
That's Justin Love. Interesting take on Ukraine, and love to see you're doing so well and well represent the St. Louis Billikens basketball team. Justin Love, thank you for coming in. Best of luck, and be safe down the road.
Thanks for having me.
It's 9:24 here, Big 550 KTR.